Daniel Dabek, the CEO of Balkaneum. He brought in Victoria's Secret to open stores in Moscow, Russia. He discovered software engineering while working as a consultant in the hedge fund industry, and he became fascinated by distributed networks and cryptocurrencies, and then safe exchange. Let's all welcome Daniel Dabek. Thanks for opening Victoria's Secret in Moscow.
Thank you for the introduction, Miguel. It's an honor to be here to speak to you. Let me just begin my presentation. So my story begins around cryptocurrency in Mexico while I was on vacation. I want to bring a not more practical, but something like cryptocurrency, we use it every day rather than just take it to invest further or buy ICOs. Why are we here today? Like, how has Liberland existed? How has it been able to buy hotels or travel or meet people, eat, or do various different things in everyday agenda of Liberland? That's because, and I'll get into that throughout my presentation. So Mexico doesn't have everything that you want to buy with, like in USA, you go into a supermarket, you have like 70 different countries of products are on the shelves, and you could go into like 10 different stores in your local town. Even if you have just 3,000 people living there, you have like supermarkets the size of entire hotels, right? So when I was in Mexico, I was in Cabo, and they have very terrible tea there. So what I wanted to do was buy the tea that I like, and I like Russian variety of tea. So I went on Google, and I started looking for like buying things online. And there were all these banner ads all around advertising Bitcoin, like Mt. Gox, localbitcoins.com, and that's what I wound up using. I went on localbitcoins.com, I found some seller in Cabo, and I bought 10 Bitcoins for $100 each. And as a software engineer, I researched how does this thing work. Was interesting, I learned about public-private key, and I didn't ever wind up buying the products, but I waited 6 weeks later, I forgot about them, and they were worth $300 each. So I tripled my money. I didn't buy them to triple the money. I bought them because I wanted to buy things with those coins. For me, it was like, changing from dollars into the peso or changing dollars into the Bitcoin. So that was my reason for getting into those cryptos. Now, I heard about Bitcoin in 2009 from a friend of mine, and that's when they were like 32 cents. The daily volume was like 50,000. I was trading on the New York Stock Exchange for 3 million every single day, and I was just like, I'm not really going to invest any money in Bitcoin because it's not really mature enough for me to even do anything about it. 4 years later, the price went up, and there was big volumes. So I decided I'm going to go to San Francisco. I needed to get a job. My vacation was coming to an end, and I got involved in the cryptocurrency, let's say software development, making applications. And what I was doing was taking my Bitcoins, buying software online. I found a lot of people participating in community forums who were accepting Bitcoins for making software. So I was sending Bitcoins, receiving software, selling the software, getting cash, and turning it into Bitcoins again, and then sending it out. So this is the practical approach for this cryptocurrency. Like, why are we all here today? It's because of this very reason. So why crypto? First, Bitcoins were used to buy a pizza over the internet. So some guy was on a forum saying, all right, I have all these Bitcoins, no one's ever done a transaction, so he said, if someone shipped me $40 of pizza, I'll send them 10,000 Bitcoins. So that's exactly what he did. So what does that mean? I was buying software from a development team in Ukraine. So I had trade partners from San Francisco. I didn't use any platform between me and those developers. I didn't need a bank account. I didn't need to do anything very special except find people, try them out, send them Bitcoins. They tried me out. The payment went through, and I can't reverse it. That's Bitcoin. And I did it over the weekend and at night. So as soon as they got the payment, we got software, got the payment, so we just started this relationship. So that's what cryptocurrency does. It brings people closer together because you have more trading partners. So obviously banks, they're between you. You could only do it 9 to 4. On the weekend, they don't work. They might stop you. If you send it, they might reverse it. God knows, all kinds of problems happen with the banks. Cryptocurrencies make us better, faster, stronger, right? Second reason is the security with cryptography. So you have a private key and a public key. So I think quite a few people mentioned this in the past. The most important thing is to secure your private key. So As long as you keep your private key secure, your money is yours. So this is very, very important. When I was getting into this cryptocurrency world, the most important thing for me when I met someone who was asking me about Bitcoin or any of these other coins was for them to understand how the private key works. I didn't suggest them to go to a website, just click here, click there, sign up there, and forget about it. No. Instead, I made sure that the people understood what it means to take their private key, write it down on a piece of paper, and put it in their safe. I taught them what it means to make a copy, store it in another alternative place just in case that first copy was stolen. I made sure that they understood and repeated to me 10 times that if they compromise this private key, all their money is gone. And what does that mean? I don't know a single person who I've ever shown or introduced to cryptocurrency who has lost their cryptos due to hacking or losing their private key. But anybody who thinks that a wallet is an exchange, then you're very wrong, and you need to really get into what is cryptocurrency to be very productive in our ecosystem. And finally, the network effect. When people get involved, the ecosystem becomes more valuable. The more things people bring to the marketplace, the more things that we can buy, the more things we could trade with, the more value that those cryptocurrencies become. And that's all possible because of the blockchain. The blockchain means that you have a hash of all transactions that happened at a single block, and then when the next block is being generated, it uses the previous information in order to lock in what is happening in the next block. So what does that mean? It means that if you change any past history, it'll alter the entire chain of events, and you'll have an invalid record of transactions. So then that brings me to why am I here today? I heard about, when I was in San Francisco, I heard about the settlement of Liberland in 2015. It was really, really important because in the cryptocurrency world in San Francisco, it was a very, very big event. And for me, it was significant. However, it didn't necessarily affect me because I was like, I guess it's 6,000 kilometers away or something like more. So I was like, okay, well, this is amazing, but I can't do anything about it. Almost 7 months later, I was in Belgrade, knowing that it's one of the more developed cities nearby to Liberland. So my hopes were that I would, first I landed in Scotland, then I was in Spain, then Belgrade. So I was researching my path through Europe to get physically close to Liberland. And actually on the D10E in Romania, I finally met Vit, and it was a great honor. My face was red, and I was just really excited. And I just, for me, I take a very practical approach. I want to only do what I say I want to be able to do. So I just stayed in Belgrade. I developed my business. I developed as much connection as I can and contributed however I can. And on March 6th, we opened up the Liberland representative office in Belgrade. So, yeah. It was an extraordinarily significant event, in my opinion. We had over 25 news agencies were there. We were on the Serbian National Conservative morning news about cryptocurrencies and how we're leading the way in all of Serbia. And so, like, what am I doing on a regular basis? I'm building things for the ecosystem. So in Belgrade, we have this company called Balkaneum, and the name comes from the fact that Liberland is a Balkans member, and so like Ethereum is second biggest cryptocurrency. So combine Balkan, Ethereum, we have Balkaneum. So we're cryptocurrency. Not cryptocurrency, rather a open source blockchain development company. This is a view from our offices. That's the parliament. So we're right across the street from the parliament. And yes, we have 15 people working in our company so far. We'll have 26 probably by the end of May. And we just continue to rock and roll and push agenda of freedom, the cryptocurrency nation. Liberland, in my opinion, is the capital of that cryptocurrency nation. I liked what that man had to say about Hercules and the Danube, and that was a really nice lore, and it's pretty awesome that Liberland happened to be on the Danube, and we're in the Balkans, and there's like a lot of history with this region, like the Asia-Europe trade passing through this area, like it just has a lot of lore, and it really attracts me. I'm speaking with Novosti, journalists, a very popular magazine here in Serbia, and we're producing a goods and services market. So I lead our flagship product is called SafeX, The reason why I produced that is because where did I come into cryptocurrency was to buy and sell software or buy and sell goods and services. The only thing I care about related to cryptocurrency is that that's the currency. I'm not such an investor. Now, building a country and building a company are very different. So it's very essential, like to build a road where everyone will then later ride on costs a lot more than just renting an office. So I'm really looking forward to evangelize to the maximum extent the Liberland ICO. I really hope that it has a lot of success and that the people will be able to not really take advantage, but to make use of and support our cause. And the cause is like a global cause: freedom, cryptocurrency, decentralized blockchain. So thank you for listening. You could follow me on twitter.com/DanDabek, and wish everybody good luck and stay in the cryptos and a blockchain, and life is awesome.